The American auto industry is no stranger to change. Today, Stellantis, the global automotive giant behind brands like Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler, has announced significant layoffs, leaving workers and communities reeling. The decision, a difficult one according to Stellantis executives, is part of a larger strategy to navigate the turbulent waters of the modern automotive landscape. Stellantis, formed from the merger of Fiat Chrysler Automobiles and the PSA Group, now finds itself at a crossroads. From declining sales figures to the rising costs of production, Stellantis is under immense pressure to streamline its operations. These layoffs, while painful in the short term, are necessary to ensure its long-term viability. In communities like Toledo, Ohio, and Warren, Michigan, where Stellantis has a significant manufacturing presence, the news has sent shockwaves through the local economy. For many families, these plants have provided generations of employment, becoming deeply intertwined with the social fabric of these towns. Despite the difficult circumstances, Stellantis maintains that it is committed to supporting its affected employees. The company has pledged to provide a comprehensive severance package, including extended healthcare benefits, job training programs, and career counseling services. The scale of the layoffs has sent shockwaves through the auto industry. In total, over 2,200 workers are slated to lose their jobs. The Toledo South Assembly Plant in Ohio, responsible for producing the popular Jeep Gladiator pickup truck, will bear the brunt of the cuts, with approximately 1,100 workers set to be laid off. Adding to the anxiety, the Warren Truck Assembly Plant in Michigan will also see a similar number of layoffs as the company discontinues production of the Ram 1500 Classic. This plant, a cornerstone of the Michigan automotive landscape for decades, is now facing an uncertain future. These two plants, once symbols of American manufacturing might, are now grappling with the difficult realities of a rapidly evolving industry. As companies grapple with supply chain disruptions, fluctuating demand, and the ongoing transition to electric vehicles, many are being forced to make difficult decisions about their workforce. Local businesses that rely on the patronage of Stellantis employees are bracing for a downturn. The ripple effect of these layoffs will likely be felt throughout the local economies of Toledo and Warren. The layoffs are part of a broader operational restructuring designed to align Stellantis's production capacity with market demand. At the Toledo South Assembly Plant, the move to a single-shift operation reflects the company's efforts to reduce inventory levels for the Jeep Gladiator. Meanwhile, at the Warren Truck Assembly Plant, the decision to cease production of the Ram 1500 Classic highlights the company's focus on shifting resources towards more in-demand models. This strategic pivot, while necessary from a business perspective, comes at a human cost. The transition to a single-shift operation at the Toledo South plant will undoubtedly lead to a decrease in output for the Jeep Gladiator. The decision to end production of the Ram 1500 Classic at the Warren Truck Assembly Plant marks the end of an era for this iconic vehicle. This shift in consumer preference has forced Stellantis to make the difficult decision to discontinue the model. Stellantis's decision to lay off workers is driven by a confluence of factors. Chief among them is the issue of high inventory levels. Like many automakers, Stellantis has been grappling with a surplus of unsold vehicles, a problem exacerbated by supply chain disruptions and shifting consumer demand. Adding to the company's woes are declining sales figures, particularly for certain models like the Ram 1500 Classic. The global semiconductor shortage has hit the auto sector particularly hard. The lack of these essential components has forced automakers to curtail production, leading to long wait times for new vehicles and frustrated customers. This shortage has exposed the vulnerability of the just-in-time manufacturing model. The global pandemic further upended the auto industry, with many delaying major purchases like cars. Demand, while recovering, remains below pre-pandemic levels, forcing automakers to adjust their production schedules accordingly. In the wake of the layoff announcement, Stellantis has emphasized its commitment to supporting affected employees. The company has pledged to provide a comprehensive severance package, including a year of supplemental unemployment benefits that, when combined with state benefits, will provide laid-off workers with 74% of their current pay. Beyond financial assistance, Stellantis has also promised to provide 2 years of continued healthcare coverage. This crucial benefit will ensure that laid-off workers and their families have access to essential medical care during a time of significant uncertainty. Recognizing that finding new employment can be a daunting task, Stellantis has also committed to providing a year of transition assistance. This assistance will include career counseling, resume writing workshops, and job placement services. While the support package offered by Stellantis has been welcomed by some, it does little to alleviate the underlying anxiety and uncertainty that comes with losing one's job. For many of the affected workers, these layoffs represent not just a loss of income, but also a loss of identity and purpose. The layoffs at Stellantis are also a symptom of the company's own financial struggles. The automaker has been grappling with declining revenues and shrinking profit margins, raising concerns about its long-term sustainability. In the third quarter of this year alone, Stellantis reported a 27% drop in revenue. This decline in revenue is due in part to a significant drop in vehicle shipments. The company reported a 20% decrease in shipments compared to the same period last year, a direct result of the ongoing semiconductor shortage and softening demand in key markets. Stellantis has seen its profits plummet in recent quarters, with a staggering 48% drop in the first half of 2024 compared to the previous year. The layoffs are part of a larger strategy to shore up Stellantis's financial position and ensure its long-term viability. The company is betting that by reducing its workforce and streamlining its operations, it can weather the current storm and emerge as a leaner, more profitable entity. Stellantis's woes are reflective of the broader turbulence shaking the automotive industry. Consumer preferences are evolving at an unprecedented pace, with a growing appetite for electric vehicles and advanced technology features. This shift in demand has left traditional automakers scrambling to adapt, often playing catch-up to industry disruptors like Tesla. The rise of electric vehicles poses an existential threat to traditional automakers like Stellantis. While the company has made strides in developing its own EV offerings, it faces stiff competition from both established players and a slew of startups. Consumers are also increasingly demanding vehicles equipped with the latest technology, from advanced driver assistance systems to sophisticated infotainment options. To survive and thrive in this new era, the company must accelerate its transition to electric vehicles, embrace new technologies, and find ways to appeal to a new generation of consumers. The mass layoffs at Stellantis have ignited a firestorm of criticism from labor unions, particularly the United Auto Workers. The UAW has accused Stellantis of breaking promises and failing to invest in its American workforce, pointing to the layoffs as evidence of the company's misplaced priorities. The union has launched a campaign dubbed Stellantis Keep the Promise, demanding that the company honor its commitments to job security and invest in its US plants. Tensions between Stellantis and the UAW have reached a boiling point, with the threat of a strike looming large. The union has authorized a strike if negotiations fail to produce a satisfactory outcome. A strike, if it were to occur, would cripple Stellantis's operations, further disrupting production and impacting its already fragile bottom line. As Stellantis navigates its financial challenges, it must find a way to appease its workers and address the concerns raised by the UAW. The challenges facing Stellantis extend beyond the borders of the United States. As a global automaker with operations spanning multiple continents, Stellantis is subject to a complex web of political pressures and economic forces. In Europe, for example, the company has faced criticism from Italian lawmakers over proposed production cuts for brands like Alfa Romeo, Fiat, and Maserati. These external pressures further complicate Stellantis's efforts to restructure its operations and return to profitability. The company must balance the demands of various stakeholders, from shareholders seeking a return on their investment to governments eager to protect jobs and economic activity within their borders. Looking ahead, Stellantis faces a pivotal moment in its history. The company must navigate a rapidly changing industry landscape marked by technological disruption, evolving consumer preferences, and geopolitical uncertainty. Stellantis' strategic direction hinges on several key factors, including its ability to accelerate its transition to electric vehicles, streamline its operations, and mend fences with labor unions. The company's leadership team, currently undergoing a transition with the upcoming retirement of CEO Carlos Tavares, will play a crucial role in shaping its future. By embracing innovation, fostering collaboration, and making tough but necessary decisions, Stellantis has the potential to emerge from this turbulent period as a stronger, more resilient company.